I always strive to romanticize my life, especially during Valentine's week. A lot of people ask me, how do you manage to make everything so beautiful and ethereal? The short answer is to simply love as unconditionally as you can, to try and be grateful for everything. The long answer comes by showing you how I spent the month of February in my romantic, whimsical life, so that you too may be inspired. Obviously, I say this in every single video, but clean your room. The way we live our lives starts by cleaning our rooms and creating a safe space. I really like to rearrange my room every now and then, not by buying new furniture or anything, but by just kind of finding new ways to style my room. I try to kind of romanticize my space a little bit. You can also do this by playing music of your preferred vibe. I usually go for 1950s jazz and also a bit of a medieval tune. I went to a lot of cafes this month, mainly because I had family from the States visiting, and also because I felt like trying new kinds of matcha. I really, really love this place called Aperitif. I intend on coming back to try their high tea someday soon, but I really, really love the vibe. I also went to other cafes like Oh Hey There, as well as Cafe 408, where I tried this amazing matcha Earl Grey oat milk latte, which is so delicious. It tasted like banana cake, which was a super plus. Part of my New Year's resolution this year is to increase my skills in baking and cooking, and I started off this month by learning how to make an Earl Grey lavender cake, which is also known as the London Fog Cake. I initially saw this on TikTok and it caught my attention because it just looked super duper pretty, and I like the idea of tasting an Earl Grey lavender cake, and I was absolutely right because once I figured this recipe out, it was so delicious. It had this amazing like little rum cake style soak that I absolutely adored. It's made out of condensada and lavender. It's actually my first time baking a cake as well. Everyone in my family said it turned out really good and I'm really happy and I hope nobody is lying to me, but my friends also tried it and I think it tasted good. For a first try, this is not horrible, so let this be a sign to you that maybe it's time for you guys to try something new because you'll never know if it's extremely successful on the first try. I also highly recommend learning how to make sushi bake because it's a very simple and easy recipe that you can make anytime. I also ended up using these skills to make a little tea party for me and my friends, so you're gonna see that in a bit. I hosted a tea party valentines and I ended up sharing my treats with my friends this way. I also made a little invite, which was really fun. Welcome to a very romantic week in my life. It is Valentine's week, kind of. It's like the weekend before the weekend of Valentine's. And I wanted to document my Valentine's experience because I love to do lots of love related things around this time. So today, for example, I'm hosting a tea party in which I invited my friends over to host an Earl Grey and lavender inspired party for the Valentine's season. So basically, it's a Galentine's get together. Not all of my friends could make it, but I'm very glad to have them over anyway. So today, my outfit is going to be this dress from Selkie. My shoes are actually going to be red, but I left them in my Lola's house where the tea party is set up. So I'm just going to wear the white ones for now. They work either way. I'm also wearing this necklace from Modern Renaissance. So I'm actually using a lot of my family silverware that we have around the house. They were all wedding gifts to my parents. They're now celebrating, I think, 26 years. And I'm also using this little tea set that my dad gave me. He got this for me for Christmas. If you guys watched my Christmas haul, it is so beautiful and so me, so I thought why not use it also for today. I prepared a bunch of treats. I started off with a savory little sushi cup thing because I know how to bake it like really well, and it's the only savory thing I can really bake. Dude, it smells so good. I want to eat it. I also have a bit of Chef Tony's popcorn, which I love very much. I think my friends will get a kick out of it, and a bunch of the sweet coming from a tin. Today's specialty will be the Earl Grey and lavender cake. I made this the other day and I found that it sat really well in the ref, so I didn't have to bake another set, which is great. This is my first time making cake actually, so I'm very proud of the fact that I succeeded really well. It smells like really good and it tastes really good as well. I also made this matching little gray stuff, like from Beauty and the Beast. Try the gray stuff. It's very delicious, and it really is. It's a cream cheese little butter spread that you're gonna put on top of the cake after you soak it in another Earl Grey mix, which is like the most delicious mix I have ever come up with in my life. Thank you so much to the person who made that recipe. Shout out to you. I also took some hazelnut spread from the ref and I kind of gave it as a second option in case anybody wanted to dip their cookies or whatever in it. You never know because sometimes people want more flavor. And the tea right now isn't fully steeped yet. It is an Earl Grey tea, just to complement everything. I would have done I would have done a lemon, but I don't have lemon tea and I just had a lot of Earl Grey, so I just ran with it. Here we have our milk, our sugar, and a lot of other cookies on the side. So we have a huge spread today, but apparently my friends are bringing more and I'm so excited to see what they bring because we're gonna try and find a way to like put it all together. Guys, I am genuinely so proud of everything I prepared today. Like, I know technically I only baked like 2 things. Yes, this sushi is in fact baked, but I am so proud of the way it all turned out. This one most especially because I have never made cake in my life, guys, and I'm so freaking proud that this tasted so good. And I also made this condensada mix of like Earl Grey soak or whatever. It was just in the instructions, I just followed it to a T, and I made the gray stuff. I also have a little candelabra set out just for the vibe. This is from my lolo, and I have the cookies here. I think these ones are my favorite because they have like a coffee little taste to them. Here in the little bar area, since we are having tea already, I didn't prepare much else except for this one Moscato just in case we feel like taking a nip. And I also bought some little crystal sparkles because I want to make our wine sparkle if we choose to drink, or at least water. I want to make it sparkle. It is so bright right now. It was raining earlier and I was like actually struggling, but now like the dew kind of settled and I really love how everything turned out. I'm actually so excited today. I haven't been able to celebrate any celebration with my friends since like we last saw each other like last year, and they are my first friend group that I really wanted to hang out with, and I love them so much, so I really wanted to take care of them today with this spread that I think personally is really awesome. The overall spread ended up not just being my treats, but also some snacks my friends bought. It was really sweet of them to also contribute. I was super worried that there would be not enough food, but we ended up having too much food for 3 people. I really hope to host more of these in the future, especially since my birthday month is next. I want to do maybe a martini cocktail party, since I really love the idea of doing jello shots next month. But we'll have to see if there is time for that and even a budget. So nowadays, when I hang out with my friends who I have made throughout college and throughout my career, I am extremely grateful for every single second that they choose to spend with me. It is really such a blessing to have friends who care about you and put in just as much effort into hanging out with you or just being there for you as you would have done for them. And it's, again, guys, something that you should be grateful for every Valentine's Day because you don't just get to love your partners, you also get to love your friends, your family, your siblings, what have you. This year, I'm deciding to go out more and hang out with more people who are like me. So I decided to go to the Bridgerton socials held by the CC chain ran by Francis Beltran. I didn't get much footage because I was already late and I was kind of stressed, but I did end up winning Diamond of the Season. What's happening? Like I asked for the costume back so that I could kind of like spruce it up, and I just came like this morning.
So, Lady Udil is actually a fashion designer. As you
Ended up hanging out with other LARPers from the Soul Society as well as meeting new people who also LARP and play D&D. We also played this game where we had to guess each other's identity and try to spot Lady Whistledown, which was intense. I came late and everybody accused me of being Whistledown, but I was just really late, so I barely got to play the game, but I found that so hilarious, so I just kind of let it slide. Obviously, we came there just to watch Bridgerton Season 4, and I really loved it. I think my ranking for Bridgerton would be Season 2, Season 4, Season 1, then Season 3, just because I didn't like the costumes of season 3. But we're getting off topic. Attending events like this is not out of the ordinary for me, but it might be out of the ordinary for you, so you should definitely give it a try. Just because it's really fun to hang out in different settings, not in an influencer style setting, but rather in a more intimate, more like-minded gathering, which I really appreciate because most of the time when I attend influencer events, everybody's on their phones or everybody's taking content. And while I respect the hustle of being a content creator myself, sometimes it's just fun to put your phone down and play some games and also appreciate other art like TV shows like Bridgerton. Anyway, 10 out of 10 would recommend. I hope to attend more of the CC Chain events in the future. I am a fan of vintage items, so when I was invited by the Clockwork Vintage to attend their opening of their first physical store in Makati, I immediately jumped at the chance to shop for a watch, especially because they gave me a budget of 10K to spend there. Now, when I came, I had brought my partner, so when they saw him, they offered us another 10K, so we ended up combining it and buying a total of 11 watches. I was so excited to go to this place just because it was filled to the brim with all these designer pieces like Cartier and also Gucci, as well as Seiko and other quality products like Anne Klein. And I really had so much fun staring at all of these watches, wishing I could bring all of them home, especially the peekaboo watches from the Victorian period. I wish I had enough budget for that, but I really wanted to get more watches for my family to share with them and also, give away to other people.
Actually, so the difference is the video. I'm admin A. You can choose any. Thank you so much as well, Miss Actually, nakita ko nga pa yung video niya sa TikTok.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people asked them to after. They asked for the price. Tapos
Wow.
store. Tapos
It's so cool.
pagdating. Perfect naman all.
That's why it's popular because it's customizable.
Yes.
Actually, the parang compared to the day, the delivery.
So galing.
But it's okay.
That's like
Yeah, guys, it's available here.
in the back.
Yeah, the bomb line. Look at that. This is so pretty. Middle. Now, this is something I would choose actually. This one.
Yeah. Pero pag dumating tapos
This one.
it's beautiful.
Also, we have fan. This one's a cartoon watch. It's so pretty. Ganda. It's so nice.
Very nice.
This is 9,500. Look at that. Whoa, it's so small though. I can't read it. But sige, let's try this on. Cool. Look at that. I love the peekaboo watch. Yeah, let's try this on. This is like my favorite talaga. Look at the watches. How much is this one again? I ended up getting a total of 11 watches, 4 of which I kept and the rest I gave away. So my boyfriend got a watch, his mom got a watch, my sisters got watches, my cousin got a watch as well. I almost got this watch worth 4K, but when I saw that it would kind of open up my budget if I switched it in, I ended up giving it back and then getting more pieces, which I was super smart to do because I ended up finding this Anne Klein piece that looks like a very medieval silver filigree style watch, and I fell in love with it immediately, and obviously I got it. It's so perfect. It's so cool. If you get, I might twin with you actually.
Get the silver one.
Thinking about it, yeah. It's so cool. Then so you got like a pink one, right? It has pink or orange on it. Then I got the silver with the gold. I think the best part of this was just looking at all of the options. Like, I know I couldn't take all of them home, but being able to see all of this just made me appreciate the growing business for vintage items here in the Philippines. Because for the longest time, we did not have quality vintage items, and I feel like slowly we are starting to catch up to the rest of the world. And I'm super happy that I don't have to always travel for vintage items now. I am now home, and here's everything I got for myself. So I did mention I got 11 watches, but I did divide it amongst my sisters, Barry, my cousin, and also my boyfriend and his mom, because he mentioned that his mom wanted a new watch, so I just told him to get one for her. So have here also the flowers. They gave me these beautiful flowers. I'm gonna set them up in my vase in a bit. But I love them so much. I'm so happy they gave me like a beautiful set. So I got 2 Anne Klein watches. The first one I showed you earlier, it was the silver one. So this one is a black onyx watch with gold attachments. I forgot the name. A gold strap. It is actually so gorgeous in person. It's so chic and so sleek. I feel like it's so easy to like kind of style this in different ways. Like, I don't have to really like force it to fit the outfit. It is like just an essential part. Like, very versatile. I got a leather strap because I don't have any leather strap watches, and I kind of wanted one that would just stay put on my wrist and also work at the same time. It has the Roman numerals for the numbers, which I like a lot. Again, a very simple design. It's only 1,800. So these 2 watches cost around 3,200 and 2,500 if I'm not mistaken, and I got these 2 because they fit my peg of something Art Deco and something medieval. As you saw earlier, this watch is an Anne Klein watch. It has this beautiful silver filigree with hints of gold. I really love this one because I just wanted to find something like a little fantasy like, and it kind of matched my peg. And again, it was an Anne Klein, and my parents, my family, they really like Anne Klein watches, so I guess why not continue the tradition of owning an Anne Klein watch. Super beautiful haul. I love everything I got. I wish I could have gotten more, but honestly, 11 watches for the budget I was given is so sulit already. I think I got super duper lucky. Thank you so much to Clockwork Vintage for giving me these watches and also for just inviting me in general. It's such an honor to be part of your ribbon cutting ceremony. It's actually so beautiful, and you guys should check out their store. It's amazing, and they have so many options for you, from super rare vintage and Cartier Gucci watches to retail options that are more affordable for people who are just trying to have a really nice watch. We're attending a museum event today. Let me show you guys everything. I'm actually in a hurry because my mom's already calling for me, but basically we're going to a Ramon Magsaysay cultural event, and I'll tell you about it when we're there through a voiceover. Unfortunately, I had misread the invitation and thought it was today, which is the 11th, when I had read it was the 12th and thought the 11th was the 12th. So basically, I thought Thursday was Wednesday. So here's me just taking some quick shots outside, you know, just B-roll footage that I'm never gonna use because I had to change my outfit because obviously I can't repeat this outfit. Okay, take two. We are going to the Benilde Museum event today at the Ramon Magsaysay Center. I have here my backup outfit, which is this beautiful little green dress. Upon arriving, I was immediately brought to this area where we had a bit of a conference in which the leaders of the organization, as well as architect Jerry Torres, who is the director of the Benilde Fashion Museum, gave a quick spiel on the overall arching themes of this exhibit. This particular exhibit was done in partnership with the Ramon Magsaysay Award Foundation and the De La Salle College of St. Benilde Fashion Museum, which presents Magsaysay as a muse, Luz Banson, Magsaysay, and the Terno as cultural identity. They led us to this little exhibit upstairs in the library where archival pieces were shown off in broad daylight for the first time in a long time.
So, the first gown is one of the earliest gowns. I just want to point out, this gown is nearly 70 years old. But if you look at it, of course, you look at the quality of the beadwork. No single bead is missing. Wow. And it's a sort of inspired by Southeast Asian clothing. It's some sort of early crisis, and then you have these gold bands that somewhat is reminiscent of Southeast Asian cultures. This panel adds height to the wearer. This one, the blue one at the back, this is what I meant. We got this already in this state, and you can see that it's frayed at the corners where
I didn't get to catch his entire speech on camera, but what he was saying to us here was that when they received each piece, a lot of it was incredibly damaged, like the blue one there, as you can see. It has holes in it, there are tears, it's pretty much disintegrating already. And instead of trying to restore it with little materials and little experience, architect Jerry Torres and his team decided to do the bold thing and chose not to restore the garments, but rather preserve the form that it was received in, highlighting the quality and craftsmanship of Filipino couture, as well as highlighting the need for more archival research and preservation, especially in museum artifacts. And I really appreciated this little touch because a lot of people don't realize how backwards our country is when it comes to advancing technologies for preserving artworks. And I feel like their choice to display the garments as is in receiving condition rather than trying to repair each item really shows us, the viewer, that there is so much effort that goes into fixing these garments and preparing them just to be shown. We never really see what goes on behind the scenes when it comes to archiving works like this. These kinds of exhibits really help bridge the gap between the artists and the muses, as well as the general public, because not everyone gets to have the opportunity to take a look at couture this way. Even I didn't get the opportunity because I was in a pandemic and I couldn't even see the archive pieces. If you live in the Philippines and you have time to visit, definitely check this out. It's a really great place and it's running until I think March 26th. Take this advantage to take a look at real couture made by real Filipino designers. Truly getting to look at fashion that lasts. The PR kit for the invited press also included this benilled postcard set featuring all the archival designers. And I really, really love this because I really love writing letters and it's perfect for Valentine's Day. So I am going to be writing some letters to my partner with it. After the first tour, I waited around a little bit before the cocktail started and spent the rest of the night basically just eating and chatting with old friends. Overall, I would recommend this if you're interested in archival fashion and also Filipino fashion history. It's a really great place to start off your learning journey also if you're new to it. So definitely sign up for the lectures until March 26 if you have time. Since everyone and their mother has put up a snail mail business, I decided to subscribe to a local one which I found recently on TikTok. But because this video is getting super long, we're gonna do a quick speed run of everything I received in this snail mail. Snail mail, swan, wax stamp, dried flower, logo, sticker, postage stamp, a little thank you note, sticker of a again, another swan logo little illustration of what I think is either a swan-themed restaurant or hotel. Lace cut out, a newsletter, a bunch of cards and stickers, ticket stubs. There's this thing, heart stickers, a Queen of Hearts card with an art print of Gustav Klimt, a Victorian-style folded letter. So all in all, I think this was a great purchase. I am very, very happy with this find of the month. I used all of the pieces that I got in the snail mail for my journal. I ended up just doing a little bit of a junk journal style set of pages where I decorated it. I ended up using most of it for this one spread. I also had a second page where I put the rest of it. I plan on filling the little Victorian letter with a little self-love letter to myself. For the rest of Valentine's, I decided to keep it private with my boyfriend. We ended up putting together this LA apartment, which is technically Sheldon Cooper's apartment from The Big Bang Theory, but I guess for branding purposes, they didn't want to put that on the box. So we ended up doing that together, and it was super duper fun, guys. I highly recommend doing this if your boyfriend or your partner loves TV shows. They have stuff like this also for Friends and for How I Met Your Mother. It was super duper complex, but it was the best way we could have spent Valentine's this year, especially because the 14th was exactly on a Saturday, so we already knew that the malls and the restaurants would be filled to the brim with couples, and we decided to do the smart thing and just hang out at home, because anyway, that's what we really wanted. I enjoyed having a more private Valentine's with less pressure to perform online. It ended up making it a little bit more romantic, a little bit more real. I ended up also receiving a lot of Valentine's flowers, so I ended up doing some floral arrangement thanks to my dad and my boyfriend, as well as my uncle who gave me this cupcake that I didn't get to eat yet. I ended up spending some time by myself to set up these flowers, which are now blooming very beautifully in my bedroom. I really love Valentine's, even when I was young and single, because I just love the idea of love so much. And now that I have a partner, I have friends who I can actually love back. I am now excited to, celebrate and bring joy around this time. Oh, Mr. Smog is here. This is Mr. Smog. Say hi, Smog. He's so cute. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope you guys like this. I hope it inspired you guys to love more and live more. And hit that subscribe button. Do whatever you have to do on a YouTube video. Share this because I want more people to watch my vlogs. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!